warning signs after a drawdown. Hi, it's Charlie giving you Wednesday's video. I'm actually recording this the day before, but let's crack on with this. So trading out of a drawdown is something that all traders have to be able to do, because every single trader, without fail, without exception, is going to have drawdowns at some point or another. And it just so happens I was talking to a trader today who has traded out of a drawdown, and their drawdown, if I can bring my pen up, actually move this across. So their drawdown was from 25k. Their account balance was at 25k. This was whenever it was. I think it was last year, a year ago in 2021. And the account balance came down to 18k, and then they've traded it back up to above 25k again. Now, what was interesting with this trader is that he'd noticed that he was starting to make decisions on the current trades that he's in, having had a really good trading period, having traded out of the drawdown, and now finding that he's starting to jump out of trades here and then on every trade. But on some trades, if all of a sudden they don't look right, once he's in them, is then deciding to close out the trades. So this makes for a great topic for today's video, because what can happen is that when you're in the drawdown, quite often, and I've found this with many traders over the years, is that you do some of your best trading during this period, some of your very best trading, because you let go, because you've gone into drawdown and you realize that you've just got to trade in the right way in order to make the profits you need on your trades. And what I mean by that, it might be that you're getting into a trade down here and you're running them much better to their take profits zone if you're using targets, or you don't jump out early because I can't afford to jump out early because I'm in this drawdown. I've got to try and get my balance back up. So you do sometimes some of your best trading during that period, and then what happens is you get back up to that old equity high and maybe breach it a little bit, and then what can happen is, like I've just mentioned, you start to tighten up. Your trading tightens up because you don't want to give it back again. And that's exactly what that trader said, that they didn't want to see that account go into drawdown. But if you start coming out of trades just because it just looks like it might reverse against you, then that's obviously not good. So what can you do? Because you start tightening up so much that you might end up missing out on some nice trades. So what can you do? What you need to do is remember. The memory is a great thing in trading. It's everything. We have to remember patterns, remember so many things that help us in the future. And what we can also do is remember and go back over that period of trading that we did. Remember what it was that got you out of the drawdown, because it's that type of trading that you need to be doing here to help propel your balance into continued equity highs. And I say continued because of course there's going to be pullbacks. There will be pullbacks, and whereby the account balance does this maybe before it goes higher. That's why I'm saying go back over that period where you had that good trading period where you've got back up to the new equity highs, and see that there were countless trades, if you go back over your trades, which might have looked at the time like they could have retraced against you, or maybe they did, but you just left them to do the right thing. And by going back over and seeing these trades, you can think, it helps you going forward to say, I need to be behaving and trading like I was during this period, where you sort of let go a little bit. You're not holding on so tight and you just trade, and you find that actually you look back and think, actually you traded pretty well there, and now you're at new highs. You're starting to not trade as well because you tighten up, because you don't want to give back the gains. but you need to be able to be willing to take losses in order to go into that new to those new equity highs as well. So the best thing you can do is go back over old trades, both winners and losers, and realize that, oh yeah, I'm going to have losers, and I'm going to be in winners that at some point may have looked like they were going to reverse against me. And if I can trade the way I have done in the past, that will help me in the future. So just a simple trick there, going back over past periods and seeing how you traded. What did the market look like when you were in that trade that you were in for X amount of time? What were the pullbacks like? Because you held through that. Oh, okay, yeah, I did hold all through that. Well, why am I not holding through them now, or not wanting to? Right. Embrace that same mindset that you had here in the drawdown period, because that is what will get you into those new propelled highs in the future. Hopefully that's given you some food for thought there with regards to drawdowns in today's video.